Welcome. On today's show, we're going to meet some wonderful adoptable animals. Then we're going to talk about an interesting yet semi-cool pet, a rat. And then finally, we're going to actually answer some viewer mail. All of that is coming up today. I'm Jeff Seidenfaden, the pet guy. And here we are with our wonderful adoptable animals today. These guys are from the Kentucky Humane Society. The phone number, if you see one that you would like to adopt, it's 366-3355. That's how you can reach the Kentucky Humane Society. Kelly Falk joins me today with some very fuzzy cats.
Yeah, we have a lot of fur flying right now.
Tis the season. It's the time of year.
When shedding. Yeah, reminder, this is a great time to brush your cat that you currently have at home.
Absolutely.
Because with this warm weather, they are shedding fur like crazy. And then, of course, when you have them in this kind of environment where they're stressed out, they don't know where they are, they're going to shed even more.
That's true.
These adorable cats, I have Boots with me. Mm-hmm. And Boots is pretty young still, male, 1.5-year-old. And the great thing about Boots is that he was in a house with 2 dogs and another cat.
So he's used to other animals.
Oh, yeah. He's fine with other animals. Very friendly. We had a dog in here earlier who got pretty sociable with him, and he's just like, yeah, whatever. Still seems to have a lot of kitten with him because he doesn't want to sit still. He wants to get down and run around and check out the studio. But Boots is a domestic short-haired cat, and of course he's already been neutered and vaccinated, so he's ready to go home with somebody today.
Okay, so really no special requirements for the type of family we're looking for. He'd probably be fine with kids.
He's fine with any age people and with any animals in the home. You're not going to have any kind of problems with Boots.
Keyword that you said, in the home.
In the home, that's right. We don't want him outside running around where he's going to get hit by a car or come across any kind of cat fights or any other hazards that are in this world. So definitely keep Bootsy in your home. And
this is the time of year when you see lots of cats turned in to your organization.
Well, we still have a lot of cats. Now, we don't have any kittens yet. We're starting to get the newborns. And the kittens are finally reproducing, but we still don't have any that are over 6 weeks old. We're using our foster homes a lot. And but a lot of what we're getting is 2, 3, 4 weeks old. We have to send them out to foster parents until they're old enough to be spayed and altered.
Okay, that is the key. Get the animals spayed and neutered.
That's
Great
right.
time of year to go out and do it before all of the loads of kittens arrive at the shelters. Help prevent some of those litters. Who's this one that I'm
You've got a beauty. That is Sapphire. And you know what? You're not going to believe how old she is.
I don't believe how old she is.
She's actually 7 years old.
Can't believe it.
She ages
acts
well.
like a kitten.
Oh, she's wonderful. And you can see she's right next to Boots here. She's perfectly happy. She's been around other cats. And a perk for her, if you're looking for some cat that's already declawed, she's had all 4 paws declawed. Beautiful fur. I really love the long-haired cats. And I don't notice that they actually shed any more than domestic short-haired.
No.
Actually, I've not even seen any fur coming off of her.
She has very little that's coming off of her, but she is going to need some brushing. Not because of the shedding, but because of the long hair that she has. We don't want mats. She can get mats real easily behind her ears, anywhere where she, like our little elbows down here.
Yeah. Well, behind the ears, I mentioned this before, but that's where we like to pet them, and therefore our oils get on their fur, and that's what causes the mats.
Gets them all tangled up.
So, yeah, it's all our fault. So we have to make sure that we give an extra good grooming behind those ears, or you can even put some baby powder on there to help get that oil off their fur.
That's right. Have you seen the movie Cats and Dogs?
Yes, I have.
Does she not look like the cat in that movie?
But you know what? She's so much sweeter because that was the mean cat in the movie.
That's right, but she has the exact, what was the name? Mr.
Jinx? Was it
something
Jinx?
like that, that's right.
I can't remember, but
this
it was
face
a great
is
movie.
funny. The flat face. Now, something to remember, though, with this type of face, especially the structure here, is you want to be sure to keep the eyes clean. Might be some sneezing, and disposition for upper respiratory if they're not kept in a good environment. So definitely an indoor cat, and that face is just so funny.
Well, this is Sapphire. So if anybody wants Sapphire, give us a call. Of course, she's already been spayed and had her vaccinations, and she's just in great shape.
Beautiful blue eyes.
Beautiful.
Okay, and now you got a puppy there.
Oh, my gosh.
A little puppy, little wiggly puppy.
This is your true puppy who just wants to play. I try to hold, watch. You hold him, and he's like, oh, give me the toy.
No, it's not going to work.
We'll try to give the toy, and he's all happy. Very appropriate name for him. His name is Jack, as in the Jack Russell mix. And he's only 12 weeks old, so about 3 months. And hyper little guy, just loves to play. Now that's very common with Jack Russells.
Yep.
When you have a Jack Russell, you have to know right off the bat you're not going to have a dog that's going to lay on the couch with you. Look at this guy. He's like crazy.
Let me go, let me go, let me go, let me go.
Jack Russells have a lot of energy. So, you know what? If you have kids who want to play all day long, this is a great dog. If you yourself have a lot of energy, this might be a good dog for you. But definitely, you know, it's fine if you have him in an apartment or condo because he is so small, he's not going to get incredibly big. Like I said, he's already 3 months old.
Right. They do need a lot of training, though. But terriers are very smart, so they're easy to train.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, keep in mind, the kids see Wishbone and the other little characters that are Jack Russells, and you think, this is going to be just the perfect little companion for my child. Well, remember that they do have lots of energy, and you're going to have lots of patience.
Right.
Lots of energy yourself.
That's right.
Okay. Neat markings, though. A little bit different having some of the brindle on the face there than what you generally see with a Jack Russell.
But of course he still has a little stubby tail. I mean, you can tell
exactly.
It's
He's Jack Russell. That's for sure.
And the way he wiggles, he's Jack Russell.
Now, I'm not sure exactly what this is that I'm holding.
Well, you have a pretty good mix of all
this
breeds.
This is a gorgeous dog.
Oh, well, he's so sweet, too. His name is Barnum. And
he's like a stuffed animal.
Well, he's a Husky-Collie mix. So with your Husky, well, either one of the dogs, Husky or Collie, he's going to be pretty good size because right now, you're not going to believe this, but he's only 8 weeks old.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Look at this size.
Plan on having a very large dog, but he's part of a litter that we have. We have at least 4 others like him, and he is very, very calm and very sweet and to the point of being relaxed. He's actually kind of a little timid. He's going to be a gentle dog. And Huskies and Collies are both easily trainable, so I can highly recommend Barnum for you.
And he does like the other animals, so he's going to do well in those environments.
Right.
What a cool little dog.
Sniffing nose to nose with Jack, and they're getting along great.
Exactly. What's the adoption fee if somebody's interested?
The adoption fee is $125, which is a great deal because it includes all of our animals being spayed or neutered and having their first round of vaccinations. And then, of course, we check them. For example, the cats. We'll do a feline leukemia test on them. We're going to do all sorts of other tests on the dogs, and you also have a health warranty so that within the first 7 days, just in case one of the animals should break out with an upper respiratory, anything they've caught through us, we're going to take care of it for you.
Okay. So it's easy to adopt. The phone number is simple, 366-3355. Call the Kentucky Humane Society and take home a wonderful pet. You can also call them and get information about the location, where you're located. You can give them directions and all that fun stuff as well.
That's right.
There's the phone number, 366-3355. Look at that face. Just absolutely adorable. Well, we're going to meet some more animals coming up. Stay where you are. I'm Jeff Seidenfaden, the Pet Guy.
Tropical fish specialists, professional pond builders, exotic birds, reptiles, knowledgeable, experienced, friendly service. The Lilly Pad, Pets in Ponds, where fantasies come true. Stop in and enjoy the experience. 5221 Dixie Highway.
10,000 years ago, it disappeared beneath the sea.
Atlantis is waiting.
Coming up next,
The kings of our past.
I know what you seek.
Perhaps we can save our future.
Order Atlantis, The Lost Empire, on In-Demand pay-per-view. Order this family hit now or anytime today on In-Demand.
And welcome back. It's time for our dog segment. The phone number, if you see one that you would like to adopt, is 366-3355. That's how you can reach the Kentucky Humane Society. Kelly Falk brought in some great animals today, and we're just sitting here playing.
I'm having a good time. This is the best way to work.
This certainly is. Who is the fluffy, playful one that I have here?
You have Durst. and he is 1 year old. He's still, even though he's considered an adult in 1 year, very much a puppy in him, and he is very affectionate. Earlier, he was jumping up on your lap trying to give you some kisses, and he is actually a chow, and it's just so amazing. You know what? It just drives me nuts, kind of, because people think of chows as being these mean dogs. They have become a bad reputation. And I have to say, we have so many chows that we have available for adoption. You can see one right now who is right here, and he's going to play with the little boxer I have with him. He's been giving you kisses. So it's great proof that dogs, if they're raised well, they can be loving no matter what the breed.
Exactly. This guy is very playful. How old is he?
He's only 1 year old, and of course, Durst has already been neutered, and he's had his vaccinations. So once they're a year old and they're adults, they don't have to go back to the vets for another year.
Yeah. Got a lot of puppy left in him.
Yes.
So he's very, very playful. What type of home are we looking for?
He's going to be okay with pretty much anybody, whether you have small children or adults, because he doesn't show himself to be aggressive. He's not too playful. He's just right. Now, he needs to have pretty good yard space, and he's going to need a lot of brushing.
Definitely.
He has a really thick coat to him, and with the weather right now, we've been, right before the show, we pulled out a whole wad of hair, just brushing and brushing and brushing. And, you know, eventually, with a happy home life, a good diet, and constant grooming, his coat is going to just shine really glossy.
Exactly. He gives great kisses. I can attest to that. I've had several already today, isn't it right? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. What a wonderful dog here. Also, if you adopt a dog that has a coat like this, don't shave them when it comes summertime. They actually have an undercoat that works as insulation, and that keeps them cool. So some people shave them down because they think that's going to make them cooler, and it's not. It's going to actually make them hot. So be sure if you adopt a pet like this, let their coat work naturally and work for them. So what a cool face. I love this dog.
I love him. He's beautiful.
Now, you have a beautiful dog as well. Another very cool breed, a boxer.
I do too. And she thinks she's a puppy.
What a face. You just have to love that
boxer. Look at this
boxer
tongue.
face.
I'm going to catch it the next time she sticks it out.
Like a ping pong paddle.
This is Rocky. She's actually a female. I'm kind of tempted to name her Roxy. But beautiful dog. Now, boxers are great with people of all ages. They're great with children. They love attention. They are not aggressive at all. They are playful.
Very
and even
playful.
as adults, you can plan on having a dog that's going to want to play ball with you, going to want to jog with you, go to the park. I mean, these are not dogs that are going to lay around at your feet. These are high-energy dogs. So you need to have a big home, a big yard for them to get some exercise in on a daily basis.
You need to have some energy yourself.
Yeah, you need to have energy yourself to take care of such a sweetheart. But like I said, sweet. Very sweet dogs. Don't let the big size intimidate you. And you can see she's got a little, they're supposed to be thin and lean.
Yeah.
She's a little on the thin side. You can see the rib cage showing, so she could probably put on a good 5 pounds, but she is full grown, great health, and of course Rocky has already been spayed and vaccinated, and she's ready to go home with somebody today.
She certainly is. Somebody that's going to spend some time with her, take her out for lots of walks, get her into some obedience training.
That's right.
Do some fun things. Maybe agility. She'd be a cool agility dog.
Oh, she's just great. A great all-around dog. I have family members with a boxer, and they're very pleased.
Plus, think about all the attention you would get if you adopted this dog and took it to the park. So, see, right there, it helps your social life, too. So, very, very cool
Maybe
dog.
you should take her.
That's true. That's true. There we go. That's a different show, though. Now, we have another wonderful dog right here that's fluffy.
Yes.
And it's doing a little shedding in here as well. It's going to need some brushing. Who is this?
This is Jake. And another dog who you're not going to believe the age on because he looks so well. Just great health, the sweetest can be, and he is actually 7 years old.
Really?
Can you believe that?
Actually, I can't. He's got a lot of puppy in him. He's very playful, very sweet dog, and just really, again, has that puppy attitude. Very bouncy.
I love the long tail on him. You can see how it curls up. And he is an elk hound mix. He's going to keep kind of a long hair. Now, his hair is not the kind that's going to get matted too much, so you don't have to worry about the mats in it, but you are going to have to worry about brushing it just to get the loose hair out.
Exactly. He's taking care of that, rubbing up against me right now. Now, let's talk about the type of family we're going to look for this big guy.
Jake is also recommended with family of children of all ages. He was actually brought in with another dog. And so we're trying to do everything we can to find him a home. Just as sweet as can be. Loves to give kisses. He likes other dogs. He likes other cats. I mean, just all-around great dog.
Now, this guy right here could not be any happier than just getting this attention right here in the studio. So you could adopt this guy, sit there and pet him, and just
Well,
really make him happy.
You can also dust your house with his tail. Look at while you're
That's
petting him,
true.
the tail's wagging back and forth.
Now, speaking of dusting your house, who do you have there? You have a dust mop.
Now, you're not making fun of Shelby's hair, are you?
You've got a dust mop there. Who is that? Shelby? Is that her name?
This is Shelby. Yeah, Shelby's a total sweetheart. She is a terrier mix.
Yeah.
And she's 4 years old.
Well, she's kind of like me. She's low to the ground.
I'd like to see the two of you go to the park together.
There we go.
She is so sweet. I just love her. She walks easily on a leash. She loves cats. I got the cats out earlier, and she just sniffed them, and she couldn't wait to see them, and she wanted to see the puppies. She's fine with children of all ages, and she's really not very heavy. It's her fur.
She's thick.
It's
thick
deceiving.
fur.
Yeah, she has more fur than she does have a body to her, I think. But right now, 20 to 25 pounds. Her fur is a little on the matted side. Whoever adopts her, I would probably suggest, although we don't usually want to shave them down, she needs a fresh start.
Exactly. And since she is terrier, she doesn't have that undercoat really. It's more of a wiry coat, so to give her a nice fresh start wouldn't be a big deal.
Yeah.
Just don't take it too short, you know, where the other dogs are going to talk about her.
Well, you want to keep at least 1 inch to 2 inches because you don't want them to get sunburned.
Exactly.
You always want to have some kind of hair on them, but it's okay to go shorter. So Shelby's a sweetheart, as you can see. She gets along with everybody.
Okay, so that's Shelby. Needs a home. Kentucky Humane Society is where these guys and girls are available. The phone number, if you see one today that you would like to adopt, it's 366-3355. That's how you can find out how you can adopt one of these wonderful animals and add them to your family. And we certainly hope that you will do that because it makes a big difference to have a wonderful pet in your home.
Oh, it does. It's wonderful.
Definitely. And we would like to hear from you as well. If you adopt a pet or if you have questions, we'd be happy to answer them for you. You can send them to us to The Pet Guy, care of Insight Communications, 4701 Commerce Crossings Drive, Louisville, Kentucky 40229. And of course, you can check us out on the web at www.petguy.tv, where you can get a link to the Kentucky Humane Society's homepage, check out what's going on there. You can email us, get tips, all sorts of great information. So hope you'll check it out. Also, want to thank you for coming in today, bringing great animals.
Well, you're welcome.
And hope you're going to stay tuned because we're going to take care of some business and meet some interesting rats coming up next. I'm Jeff Seidenfaden, the Pet Guy.
Tropical fish specialists, professional pond builders, exotic birds, reptiles, knowledgeable, experienced, friendly service. The Lilly Pad, Pets in Ponds, where fantasies come true. Stop in and enjoy the experience. 5221 Dixie Highway.
Welcome back. I'm Jeff Seidenfaden, the Pet Guy. I have a pet rat here with me today. Also, I have Steve and Linda Hightower from the Lilly Pad that brought in a big old basket of rats to talk about today. Not the most probably cuddly thing people think of when they think about pets, but they actually are. Let's talk about
Great
this.
pets,
Yeah,
wonderful
they really are.
pets. And we're excited to be here to show these guys today.
Well, we appreciate you coming in. Let's talk about that. I always think about, when people think about small little fuzzy creatures, they think hamsters or gerbils.
Rats have been admired and revered for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, all the way back to Egyptians who worship them. There is a rat temple in India where they actually protect these guys and go in and feed them and worship them. The Japanese see this as a sign of prosperity, the symbol of the rat. It's right up there at the top of the list on their astrological chart. And I think the biggest thing that people have a problem with probably is their tail. If you took the tail off, it would look like a large
right
hamster.
there.
Exactly. Look at that. You've got no fur, no hair on the tail.
Right.
Just that kind of bald-looking long tail that does creep people out. We've got people at home right now screaming, turning the channel. I don't want to look at it. It's a rat. It's going to bite them. But they don't.
No, they don't.
I can tell you, I've been bitten by hamsters. I've been bitten by gerbils. Never by a rat.
Never by a rat.
Only in fear.
They are domesticated animals. As a matter of fact, if you turn these guys loose in the wild, they probably wouldn't survive. Right. And they don't need to be tamed as babies. What they need to be is socialized. And that is just being handled by a lot of people and handled on a daily basis. They become very, very affectionate. They're great companions, and they're a ton of fun to watch.
They are? And so you didn't, Linda, you didn't go down in the sewers to catch these guys?
No,
huh?
I'm afraid I didn't.
Much different than a wild rat.
Yes, they are. Very sociable animals, too. You can have several together, and they're very friendly towards each other. They're family units, and they multiply pretty quick. So you have to kind of watch that. But very good pets, actually.
All right. Well, if somebody's thinking about a first pet maybe for an older child, they haven't had pets before, would you recommend a rat?
Yes, I certainly would. I would actually do that over a gerbil or a hamster, because these guys really don't have a tendency to bite unless they get scared. Otherwise, they're great pets. Hamsters and gerbils do have a tendency to bite, just to bite.
And jump.
Yes, they do too.
The rats seem to enjoy being handled. They kind of hang out here on your
Very
hand. You can keep them
sociable.
on your shoulder.
They love people. Very sociable animals.
What type of housing does a rat need?
Well, it's going to need to have a cage, of course, that he can't escape from and get out into the house, except when you want him out. It could be an aquarium. It could be a cage, but the bars on the cage need to be fairly small where they can't get from. But other than that, of course, food and water every day, fresh water every day, and a lot of love and attention.
Okay. So. Look at that face. How can you not think that face is cute? And I know there are people right now saying he's crazy. I don't think that face is cute, but it's adorable. Look at those little eyes. Now, Steve, what about medical care? Is there anything special? Do these guys need to see a vet?
That's with any pet. I would recommend that you take your pet to a vet and have them checked out. We're not concerned with things. People relate to these as carrying diseases and plagues and things like that. As we've discovered in time and what history's taught us, that yes, it's going to happen to a point. Things happen. Most of the things that happened throughout history was actually carried by the mosquitoes that were on the rats. So the rats got a bad rap because of that. But I would have it checked out just to make sure that it's physically healthy, and maybe on an annual basis just take it in for a checkup. One of the things that is unfortunate about it, and they are great pets, but they don't have a long lifespan.
Okay. Let's talk about that. What is the lifespan?
Average lifespan on a rat is about 2.5 years. They age rapidly. For example, let's say the rat was 7 years old. In a human term, he would be 120 years old. Okay. So they age very rapidly.
So that might be something you want to talk with your kids about if you're thinking about getting a rat as a pet. Because
definitely.
They won't have it around forever.
Exactly.
Okay. What else? What should somebody look for if I was coming by your shop and was looking for a pet rat? What should I look at to pick a good one?
You want to make sure that your rat is alert, and you want to make sure that the people that are handling the rats that have them in the pet shop aren't afraid to handle them.
It's always a good sign.
That's a good sign. If they are, then naturally you're going to be. Just check them over, check their skin, make sure we don't have hair that's missing.
Eyes are good and clear.
Eyes are good and clear, and they're curious. That's the biggest thing. As long as you see just like that, as long as you see one that's moving around and moving its whiskers, then probably you've got one that's pretty good and healthy.
Okay.
There was a author, Beatrix Potter, as a matter of fact, had a pet rat when she was a child, and she wrote a story called Samuel the Whiskers. And she dedicated to Sammy, her pet rat, when she was a child.
They do have great whiskers. Now, if somebody needs to know more information about a rat, if they want to get a rat, they can stop by the Lilly Pad.
Come by and see us.
Meet with you guys.
Sure.
Take a look at what we've got there.
Have all the answers. So here they are. Make great pets. That is the pet rat. Go by Lilly Pad, take a look, and we certainly hope that you're going to stay right where you are. We've got some pet tips coming up next. I'm Jeff Seidenfaden, the Pet Guy.
$8 to $10 a month on our regular phone bill.
$9, $10 a month.
Hey, I'm paying much less than what I was before.
Probably $8 or $9 a month on my phone bill.
For better service.
Wow.
Introducing AT&T Digital Phone Service from Insight. Now you have a choice in local phone.
$10 extra a month? Hey, over a year? That is great.
Always find something to do to spend a little extra money.
Switch to AT&T Digital Phone Service today. Life's a little simpler when you have Insight.
Tropical fish specialists, professional pond builders, exotic birds, reptiles, knowledgeable, experienced, friendly service. The Lilly Pad, Pets in Ponds, where fantasies come true. Stop in and enjoy the experience. 5221 Dixie Highway.
And welcome back. Yep, now it's time to read some viewer mail, actually some reader mail from our last Leo article. You can always get information about Pet Guy, topics that we talk about in the current edition of Leo, so check that out. This question comes to us from Sheila, who has a daughter that just found out she's expecting her first baby. Until now, she's had a mixed Cocker Spaniel and a full-blooded German Shepherd that are both very spoiled. They actually think that they're people, she says. In your opinion, how do you think they'll take to having a new human being around? Well, it's a very good question. It's something that I do wish more people would take into consideration when they're getting ready to have a new addition to their family. A couple of quick things to remember. Do not change things, do not wait until the last minute until you bring the baby home to change things for the pets that are currently living in your family. As soon as you find out you're pregnant, go ahead and start changing things that will need to be done. If you're going to pick a room that the pets won't be allowed in, such as the baby's room, then be sure and make that off limits right away. Don't wait until the new arrival. Also, when you do have your baby, be sure to get a blanket or something that has the smell of the new infant. Bring that home and let the pets know what that smell is, and let them know exactly that there is going to be something new coming into the family. Also, start right away working on obedience training. If you haven't done so, it would be a great time for the next few months to work on obedience training, so you know some voice commands, maybe work on some hand signals, so that you have good control over your pets when you bring your new baby home. You don't want to wait until the last minute, until you have a problem, or until you're afraid that you're going to have a problem before you start to try to take care of the situations with the pets. So good question. We certainly appreciate it. And we do want to hear from you, so be sure to check us out on the web at petguy.tv. Send us your email, and we will definitely respond. I want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. I'm Jeff Seidenfaden, the Pet Guy.